Good morning guys, welcome to Lost Phoenix Gaming. It's almost spring, so that means it's time to have a look ahead and see what's coming up. First off, seasonal percentages. For 50% you get the McLaren F1 and for 80% you get the Alpine A110 2017 edition. Fantastic. For the photo challenge, hashtag GoingOffRoad, take a photo of any off-road car. And that gets you a super wheel spin. Nothing complicated about that one. It's just a case of picking an off-road car and taking a photo of it. No special location, no special circumstance, that is it. Weekly Forzathon. Own and drive the 1997 Volvo 850R. Win 4 road circuit events in your Volvo 850. Drive for 12 miles through the country in your Volvo 850, and finally earn 5 ultimate drift or e-drift skills with your otherwise sensible Volvo 850. So that's not too bad on that one, but I'll go through a couple of things with you on this one. First off is the tune. There's no set requirement, but I thought let's put something reasonable on it. So I've got an S1 tune, S1 Forzathon, and the share code is up on the screen now. This will give you a bit more stability and just a little bit more power really, but nothing particular for certain events. The road circuit events go to the Astmoor Heritage Circuit. I've got a custom blueprint for this one where you only have to complete 1 lap. Because you have to complete 4 events, just doing 1 lap per event will definitely speed this up for you. I've used this one in previous Forzathons for previous videos, and share code is up on the screen now. So once you get started, you'll see it's an anything goes race, so you can be against anything, trucks, Audis, well basically anything really. Usually the Audis pick up quite quickly, so there's a Ford there, so bit of dirty driving, pass them, no real problems. Then it's just a case of have a quick run round and complete the circuit really. You don't expect world-class driving on this circuit. It's just a case of get your foot down, hammer it, and just get to a finish line, hopefully hitting all the checkpoints along the way. And you can see this Volvo's pretty drifty, to be fair. I've got the stability and the traction turned off, and it is pretty drifty, which comes in useful when you're looking to get some ultimate drift skills a bit later on. Not the most technical of drives, but it's a pretty short circuit this one, and take out a few posts and through the line. Fantastic. All you need to do is complete that 4 times and you're good to go. When it comes to the drifts, turn off your stability, turn off your traction if you have them on, and just take it across some fields like this. Just get a bit of a run up and just do an e-drift, do a normal drift, and just keep it going. I know I've done this in winter, but it doesn't really make much difference. You can do this in spring, summer, autumn or winter. You'll still have the same sort of effect when it comes to drifting. I do tend to do a lot of my skills over the fields, over the hills, and it works. And you can basically do this in this little clip here. I get 4, I think, on this one. It doesn't take long, so getting 5 ultimate drift skills is not the biggest challenge in the game. For trial, welcome to the 60s. You get a Volkswagen gear for that one. And then there's Supersonic versus Superfast, which is your showcase remix. And for the spring games, you get the Ford F-150. So for the trial, you've got B-Class 1960s. Welcome to the 60s. So I've gone for the B-Class trial tune on the Ferrari. Share code up on the screen there. There's a couple of cars I was looking at for this. I was looking at the Morris Traveller, I was looking at the original Mini Cooper S, but stability wise and speed wise, this is what you want. For playground games, Extreme Off-Road A-Class up at the Slate Quarry. So anything with Extreme Off-Road A-Class, you've got to go for a Bowler. This is a really good car for anything off-road, and I've popped a share code up on the screen there, and this will work perfectly. This is one of the best things you can get within this category. For the Showcase Remix, you can see it's down there at Broadway, and basically you're in a Ferrari Superfast and you have to race a plane. You've got the Supersonic jet versus the Superfast car. It's a bit of a run round the village, round and about. It's not one of the easiest ones, admittedly, but it can be done. PR stunts, we have Mamtor, Lakehurst and Coppice. So that's a danger sign, a speed camera and a speed zone. Cool, nothing I would say is too challenging on that one. But for these, I'll go back to my tried and tested and use the Mosler. The Mosler is absolutely a fantastic car, perfect for PR stunts, and I've got my X-Class tune up here. It's got the winter tyres on, but in all honesty, you don't see a lot of difference between winter and non-winter tyres. Outside the winter season, they both handle the same, but during the winter season, it does give you extra grip, extra capability, which is why I just leave this on all the time. First up is Mamtor. This is the danger sign up over the hills, and we're looking at 308 metres for your seasonal objective, which is only 4 metres above the normal 3-star. And it's not the hardest in the world, but it all comes down to having a decent run up. Because if you don't have a decent run up, if you can't keep it straight, you can't keep it stable, it's going to go all over the place and you're just going to hit it at a bad angle. So I'm pulling off from the main road down the dirt track, and you can see it right ahead, getting a decent speed up in my Mosler and making the jump. Slows down a little bit there. It looks a bit iffy at one point as you get close to the hump of the hill, but once you clear that, you can easily pass 308 metres and get your seasonal completion. Lakehurst, this is the speed trap. Again, 195 mile an hour, which is 5 mile an hour above the 3-star. It's pretty straightforward, but I tend to try and take this going left to right on the map because you get a much better run up from this angle than you would from the other ones. Less sort of corners to worry about. Give it a bit of gas, put your foot down, keep it going, gently take that turn, and through the camera 219 mile an hour. So that's more than completed this challenge. Fantastic. Coppice. This is the speed zone, and you're looking for 86 mile an hour for this. 85 is your 3-star, so it's 1 mile an hour above. This is a dirt track, so probably better suited to a rally cars than it is to this little Mosler, but the Mosler will handle it. It's just this first corner you need to be careful on. Once you're around there, just try and keep your speed going and just hammer it towards the final lights, and you're away. Seasonal objective completed and a nice crash landing in the trees. So that is your PR stunts for the week. Hopefully nothing too difficult for you guys to complete. On to championships. You've got Patter of Tiny Feet for the Ferrari 166mm, In the Wolf's Mouth for the Maserati A6 GCS, and V for Volvo gets you the Nissan Pulsar. So not too bad all round on that one. Nissan Pulsar is quite a difficult to find car. Patter of Tiny Feet. D-Class 500, and you've got to use the little cars like the BMW Isetta, the Arbarth 595, the Peel P50, you know, stuff like this. This is basically the slightly dodgy cars. These are the ones that are slightly wonky, slightly wobbly, stuff that falls over at any given opportunity. So yeah, not the fastest cars either, which is probably for the best given the circumstance. This event comprises of 3 races, which is the Astmoor Heritage Circuit, our old favourite, the Greendale Club Circuit, and the Derwent Lake Sprint. Okay, no problems. This is for the Ferrari 166mm. Going for the Arbarth 595 simply because it's the most stable out of all of them. I love the Esseesse, brilliant car, topples over as soon as you look at it. Repeal P50, much in the same vein, so I wanted something which is going to be a little bit more stable. This is not the quickest of races, as you can imagine, being D-class and with these little micros, and some of these are deceptively fast as well, but it is possible to pass them and get to first place, even if it does take you almost 3 laps to do it. Next up, in the Wolf's Mouth, S1 Class 900 tuned country Italy. So, La Corsa Italiana. Fantastic, this is for the Maserati. So, all you need to do is pick some Italian cars. You've got Greendale Super Sprint, Holyrood Park Circuit and Edinburgh Station Circuit for this one. And it's just a case of grabbing yourself a S1 Italian car and having a bit of fun, really. I've decided for this one to go for the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio Forza edition, and this is my Easy Drive S1 tune, which is actually really nice. And share codes up here. I designed this tune originally to lap the Goliath, because this is something else I'm working on, doing 10 laps, 50 laps, things like this on the Goliath for XP and credits. So I'll be doing some videos on that at a later date, but this is what I designed this for, and this is actually a really nice car. And as you can see, it pulls away quite nicely. I have to admit, I do have some dodgy driving in some of these videos because I was a bit tired when I was recording them, but this one drives really nicely. And I do find that with this tune, it actually drives better when you turn the assists off. When you've got no traction, you've got no stability, it works really nice. Next up, V for Volvo, C-Class 600 manufacturer Volvo. So basically, you're doing a cross-country events in a nice Volvo. So this gets you the Nissan Pulsar and consists of 3 events: Whitewater Falls Cross Country, Riverbank Cross Country Circuit and Beachview Cross Country. Okay, cool, pick a Volvo. And I know we've had a Volvo earlier, and I'm going to pick something different. I'm picking a 242 Turbo Evo because I've used this for dirt racing, for rally racing in previous series, and it's absolutely brilliant. This car absolutely just rocks it off-road, and it's really good. And I've got my tune up for this. It's called V Rally, and I've had to remake a lot of my tunes, but if you've got one of my tunes for this from months ago, by all means use it. But this car is what you need for this challenge, for this event. And you'll see here I'm pulling away off the line, and I'm absolutely just cruising this towards first place. This is easy. This is seriously easy stuff. This Volvo absolutely was built to do this stuff. The tune is really good on it, but the car itself just lends itself perfectly to any off-road events. So that's a quick look at the spring season. Hopefully you guys found it interesting. Got a few tunes there, got a custom blueprint, got some car suggestions obviously, and it's just a quick look at what's ahead. So if you guys found this useful, hit that like button, hit subscribe, because it does matter, it is important. It lets me know that the stuff I'm making you like. You know, if you don't like it, leave me a comment, tell me what you didn't like. But until next time guys, thanks for watching, take it easy and happy driving.